We're in session and cause number 329260. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Keith Ross Britton. Mr. Britton, would you come forward with your attorney? You stand on that side. Good morning. Okay, your full name is Keith Ross Britton.
Yes.
How you doing, Mr. Britton?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Okay, it's an Amber Alert. Mr. Britton, would you raise your right hand? Mr. Britton, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You may put your hand down. Where is that coming from? Is it? It's coming from somewhere. Okay. Now, again, Mr. Britton, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Britton, you're here with your attorneys at Jeffrey Gelb.
Yes, Your Honor.
How are you doing, Mr. Gelb?
Good morning. We're good.
That's good. Now, the state is represented by Miss Julie Maxey. Ms. Maxey, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge. Thank you.
That's good. Mr. Gelb, do you waive a record in this case?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Mr. Britton, I have before me a complaint because this is a traffic appeal case from the municipal court. And this complaint alleges that on or about the second day of February of 2021, while you were in Beaumont, Texas, in Jefferson County, that you committed the Class C misdemeanor offense of speeding in a construction zone with no workers present. Mr. Britton, do you understand what you've been charged with? And to discharge Mr. Britton, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Britton, I have before me a document that is titled the Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Britton, you'll notice here that on this document where it says Class C appeal, I changed the amount and I put my initials here because this is a Class C appeal for speeding in a construction zone. And so with no workers present, so the maximum fine for that offense is $200.
Yes.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
And it's not $500. That's why I scratched through the 500. Now, Mr. Britton, also on page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked nolo contendere, which means no contest.
Yes.
Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
On page 3 of the same document, Mr. Britton, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes.
And on the next document, which is the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, Mr. Britton, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Is that your signature above the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes.
There are 2 boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
The second box states that you're waiving your right to appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Mr. Britton, I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes.
Mr. Britton, Prior to signing and initialing these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1 and State's Exhibit number 2, the citation. State, you like to offer States 1 and 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objection.
Okay, no objection. State's Exhibit number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Gale, you advised and counseled Mr. Britton. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
He is competent.
Okay. Mr. Britton, your attorney, Mr. Gale, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Britton, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
The agreement is for a $200 fine plus court costs.
Okay, now, Mr. Britton, the state is offering that you pay a fine of $200 and court costs of $327. It comes to a total of $527. Mr. Britton, will you be able to pay the $527?
Yes,
Mr. Britton, do you understand the state's offer?
yes,
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Britton, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Britton, stand on the X next to your attorney. You're gonna follow the directions of our court clerk. And once you finish following her directions, I think you'll be free to go, and the bailiff can tell you where he needs to pay at the sheriff's office.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, and you, Britton, Mr. Gallup, y'all have a blessed day.
You too.
I think what you were referring to, you put up a cash bond, so that's 426.
Got it.
First, before you go pay, is go downstairs to the county clerk's office to get that bond money back.
Oh, okay.
And they'll give, so that's 426, and then, here is the total for the pay of the sheriff's department. You need to pay that today. So you take this downstairs to the county clerk's office, and they'll write a check out for you. Put your right thumb in the blue square. So type in. Okay, so you'll just go downstairs to the county clerk's office first, and then then head over to the sheriff's department next door to pay the fine. And once you finish paying the fine, you have to bring your receipt back here.
Yeah. Okay, you welcome. You have a blessed day. Jason Allen. We're in session in cause number 328822. The case is filed in the state of Texas versus Jason Lee Allen. Mr. Allen, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Allen, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Allen, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Allen? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Allen. You're here represented by your attorney, Mr. William Wilkerson. Mr. Wilkerson, how are you doing?
I'm well.
Mr. Wilkerson, do you waive a record in Mr. Allen's case?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Allen, I have before me an information that alleges that on or about December 12th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Mr. Allen, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Allen, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? No contest? Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Allen, I have before me a document that is titled the misdemeanor plea admonishments. Mr. Allen, do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
On page 2 of this same document, Mr. Allen, are these your initials on line next to a box that's checked no
Yes, sir.
contingent, which means no contest?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Allen, on page 3 of this same document, is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the next document, which is titled trial court certification defendant's right of, he didn't sign this one. Right here.
I think the rule says only the attorney, but I will certainly. Certification to go right to the appeal.
Mr. Allen, I have before me a document that is titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
There are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
The second box states that you're waiving, which means you're giving up the right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
We have a discovery certification.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Allen, I have before me a document that is titled discovery certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant? Now, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
Oh.
I know you'd like us to say.
Thanks. Now, Mr. Allen, I have before me these documents that I've just mentioned. Mr. Allen, did you read these documents?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you understand everything that he went over?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and did you understand what you read?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Allen, state, I have before me state's exhibit number 1. You'd like to also offer state's exhibit number 2, the probable cause affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. Who's phone? Okay. No objection. States exhibits number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Wilkerson, you advised in counsel, Mr. Allen, is there any evidence that he's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial? Mr. Allen, your attorney, Mr. Wilkerson, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided fully effective and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Allen, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of contest and the waivers the freely voluntarily given. Okay. Let me repeat that. Mr. Allen, I will, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are admitted to competent stand trial. I will also find that your pleas and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
It's a 15 months deferred adjudicated probation,
Okay,
$800 fine,
okay.
40 hours community service, and a death class as a condition of probation.
Let me go over that with you.
Did you say it's fine?
800?
Yes, ma'am.
Slower than that other judgment. It's like,
I didn't have the others. Okay, now, Mr. Allen, the state is offering that you serve 15 months of deferred adjudicated probation. And let me do this before I do that. Now, Mr. Allen, I mentioned that the court accepted your plea of no contest. I also mentioned that the court found that you admitted competent stand trial and that the pleas and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. However, the state is going to defer finding a guilt in this case. And the state is offering 15 months deferred adjudicated probation. And they're offering $800 fine and court costs of $292, a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. And you will be required to reimburse Jefferson County for the court-appointed attorney's fee of $250. Your total monthly installments in this case is $175 per month. Mr. Allen, will you be able to pay the $175 per month? Okay, give me his affidavit of indigency. Okay. Okay, Mr. Allen, I have before me a document is titled Affidavit of Indigency. And could you show this to your client? Mr. Allen, do you recognize that document?
Yes.
Now, on page 2, flip it over the other side, the back of the page. On page 2, is that your signature above the line where it says defendant signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, is everything in that document still true and correct today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. On,
Come November, when my divorce is over, that VA disability is gonna drop, so I have to take.
well,
care
okay,
of
but
independent
we're not there. I'm asking for the date.
Okay.
Okay. Now, right now, you have the VA disability, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, Mr. Allen, the court has previously found that you was indigent. You met the eligibility requirements. You was indigent. The court is going to also find today that you're still indigent. And so what that means is that the fine and court costs in this case, pursuant to Article 42.15 Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, is going to be converted to community service. And the community service is going to be converted to 87 hours of community service. Okay. And the probation fee in this case is going to be reduced to the minimum of 25 hours. Now, what in effect will happen, what effect is happening is that the fine and court cost of $1,092 is converted to 87 hours of community service. Your probation fee, if that they offer to pay $60 each month, will be reduced to $25 each month. Now, you'll still be required to pay the urinalysis fee of $15 each month, reimburse the county or Jefferson County for the court-appointed attorney's fees of $250. And now your monthly installments is going to decrease. And the probation office will, once they see the statement in here that the fine and court costs is going to be decreased, you won't be required to pay that fine and court cost. And your probation fee, instead of being $60 a month, is going to be reduced to $25 a month. Now, this 87 hours of community service, that's fine and court costs that's been converted, is going to be in addition to the 40 hours of community service that you're required to perform. Do you understand that?
So if there's 127 hours?
Yes. Okay, and that you have to perform over the 15-month probationary period.
Yes, sir.
And you participate in a participate and complete a theft class as condition of this probation. And you also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Now, Mr. Allen, do you understand the state's offer and the waivers that the court has made in your case pursuant to Article 42.15?
Yes, sir.
Do you think it's fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll follow the plea bargain. Well, first of all, like I said earlier, I'll defer a finding of guilt and I'll follow the plea bargain agreement in this case. Now, Mr. Allen, if you successfully complete the probationary period, your case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure. Mr. William Wilkerson, he's quite competent in those matters. Mr. Allen, please stand on the X next to your attorney. You're going to follow the directions of our court clerk. And once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. Please.
Okay, put your right thumb in the boot and oh, sorry, that's one there. Okay, read that one.
Okay.
You can sign this document here in front of you, you won't be able to see it.
Burbank is here. He's who she represents.
Okay, let's get her, what's her name?
And if you'll read your name.
Tamanika Williams, that's who you have? Okay,
Hello?
yes.
Hey,
Hold on a minute, I was in the middle of a case, just hold on for a second.
all right.
Okay, Mr., once you get Tamanika Williams in court. This is I said this is a case that you were hired on.
No, I was appointed on.
You was appointed, but she since have hired Mr. Burbank.
Yes,
Do we have did you send in a letter of rep or a motion to sub? You did? Did you look that up?
In this
Oh, I was actually telling Linda to look it up. First page of the announcement docket, Tamanika Williams, third from the bottom.
These are your documents right here. They're gonna get with you on all that. community social law stuff. It's gonna be, it's not in this building, but it's not.
Let's see.
far from there.
I need to sign it.
It's on this sheet here, and we can follow it, but you need to go there this morning. Okay. Okay? And then you didn't have a cash bond.
Okay, this is clause number 325406, case is styled State of Texas versus Tamanika Williams. Ms. Williams, you're here with your attorney of record, Mr. William Wilkerson, and you're also here with attorney Tom Burbank, who has filed a motion to substitute his counsel because you've hired Mr. Burbank. Is that correct? Okay, so the court is going to be signing this motion, Mr. Burbank. You can get your case reset. What you want to keep it on announcement docket?
Keep on announcement. I haven't gotten.
Oh, you have, okay. Okay, and Mr. Wilkerson, you're released.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. September.
She, as soon as she gets a reset. then she-
Yes, yeah, once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. Mr. Adams, you ready?
Yes, sir, he is.
We here.
Okay. Is he? He's on for, Strong is on for yesterday's docket.
Judge, one more matter.
Hold on a minute, I need,
Are you?
which is it, you talking about Miss, the death?
Your discovery in your case.
Okay. We're in session in 3 cases. The first case is cause number 329458. The second case is cause number 329460. And the third case is cause number 329462. All three cases are styled the state of Texas versus Kong Gok Trong. We have Mr. Kong Gok Trong, who's appearing via Zoom. And we also have, hold on a minute, he's acting like he can't hear. Now, hold on a minute. Okay, I got it at 100%. Okay. We also have Mr. Langston Adams, who is appearing via Zoom, and we have Mr. Sonny Nguyen, who is appearing Zoom. Mr. Sonny Nguyen has been appointed as an interpreter in this case to interpret in Vietnamese for Mr. Trong. Mr. Nguyen, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Nguyen, do you swear to interpret Vietnamese to English and English to Vietnamese, so help you God?
Yes, I do, Honor.
Okay, you may put your hand down. Now, Mr. Trong, would you please raise your right hand?
Đưa tay lên đi, trên thẻ.
Mr. Trong, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Mình có giơ tay lên, bây giờ mình có thề là mình nói là sự thật đúng không?
The
Nói
whole,
gì rồi không nghe rõ nè.
Mình bây giờ mình giơ tay lên, mình tuyên thệ là mình nói sự thật đúng không? Hiểu không?
Hiểu,
Yes,
hiểu.
I understand.
okay, do
Hiểu
you
rồi.
swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Tất cả những cái điều mà mình nghe bây giờ đó là tất cả những cái điều mình nói là thật và tất cả hoàn toàn sự thật hết, không có cái gì sai trái hết đó. Do đó nghĩa là xin Thượng Đế chúc phúc cho mình, có hiểu không?
Hiểu rồi.
Yes.
Okay, you may sit down, Mr. Strong.
Ngồi xuống, ngồi xuống.
Okay, the first case we have, we'll proceed on is cause number 329458. And in this case, the information alleges that on or about April 8 of 2021, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of trespass.
Cái tội thứ nhất ấy, vào tháng 4 ấy, năm 2021 biết không? Mình có cái tội cái kiểu mà đi vô những cái chỗ mà họ không có cho vô, hiểu không?
Anh nói gì không nghe rõ.
Cái tội thứ nhất mà mình bị đó là vào tháng 4 năm 21, tức là cách đây khoảng mấy tháng đó, mình có cái tội cái kiểu mà đi vô những cái chỗ mà người ta không có cho mình vô, hiểu không?
Hiểu.
Hiểu không?
Hiểu.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Now, Mr. Trong, to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Bây giờ cái tội này này, mình có nhận tội hay là không nhận tội?
Nhận luôn đi.
Rồi cái thứ hai nữa là mình nhận tội, mình không có cần cảnh sát hoặc là cần ai làm chứng nữa phải không? Mình nhận tội luôn phải không?
Nhận luôn.
I'm guilty without contest.
No contest?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Mr. Trong, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Như vậy là mình nhận tội và mình không có nói cái gì hết, mình đồng ý hết tất cả đúng không?
Nhận luôn.
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Như vậy là mình đồng ý mình nhận tội chứ mình không có cần phải đi ra tòa, không cần cãi nhau nữa đúng không?
Nhận luôn.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Trong, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments, which is State Exhibit number 1. On page 2, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's titled Nola Contendory, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Như vậy là mấy cái giấy hôm nọ ấy mà cảnh sát nó bắt mình hoặc là mình đi ra tòa thì coi như là trên mấy cái giấy đó để kết tội mình có tội ấy. Thì hôm đó mình có ký tên cho cái đó phải không?
Có.
Yes.
All right. And on page 3 of this document, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant. Did you sign this document?
Rồi ở trong nó có 3 cái giấy hôm nọ mình ký tên mình đồng ý nhận tội đúng không?
Có nhận.
Yes.
I have another document before me that's titled the Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. At the bottom of this document, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant. Did you sign this document?
Ok, trong cái giấy đó ở trên cái hàng kẻ đó mình có ký tên đúng không?
Có ký.
Yes, I say.
And there are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Ok, khi mình đã nhận tội rồi đó thì mình không có quyền đi ra tòa khiếu nại nữa, đúng không? Hiểu không?
Hiểu rồi.
Yes.
And the second box states that you are waiving your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Như vậy là bây giờ mình đồng ý mình bỏ đi, mình không có cần phải khiếu nại gì, mình không đòi quyền lợi gì ra tòa nữa đúng không?
Không cần ra tòa gì nữa.
Nhưng mà có hiểu không?
Mình nhận rồi.
Yes.
Okay. I also have a document before me that is titled the Discovery Certification. There's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant. Did you sign this document also?
Rồi cái giấy ở trong đó hôm nọ là cũng cái giấy là mình cũng là cái người mình ký tên nhận tội đúng không?
Anh nói gì không nghe rõ.
Ở trong đó có cái hồ sơ mình cũng ký tên mình nhận tội cho nó xong đúng không?
Đúng rồi, mình nhận tội cho nó không.
Okay. Now, before you sign this now, Mr. Trong, you do speak English as you do speak some English, is that correct?
Như vậy là mình cũng có biết chút tiếng Anh đúng không?
Biết chút.
Yes.
Okay, now, before you sign these documents that I've just mentioned, your attorney went over these documents with you?
Như vậy là cái ông luật sư này ông cũng đưa cái giấy cho mình coi rồi đúng không?
Giấy gì đâu có giấy gì đâu.
Ông ấy sẽ đưa cho mình chút xíu nữa.
Anh nói gì không nghe không?
Ông ấy sẽ đưa cho mình cái giấy sau khi mình đi vô nhé. Yes.
Did you understand everything that he went over?
Mình có hiểu tất cả những cái gì mà lúc ấy ông luật sư ông nói chuyện với mình không? Hiểu không? Tức là mình nhận tội rồi mình có 3 tội rồi, 1 tội được tha, còn tội thứ nhất và tội thứ hai nó phạt cho mình là 13 ngày ở tù với 8 ngày ở tù, mình có hiểu không?
Nhận luôn.
Yes.
Okay. And is everything in these documents that you sign and initial true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Như vậy là mình đồng ý và mình ký tên trên mấy cái giấy đó rồi đúng không?
Rồi, đồng ý.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Đồng ý không?
Đồng ý.
Yes, I accept.
Okay, now, Mr. Trong, are you a U.S. citizen?
No.
Mình có quốc tịch Mỹ không?
Không.
No, I'm not U.S. citizen.
No.
Okay, now, Mr. Trong, in the misdemeanor plea admonishments, I need to read this to you. The paragraph is titled Citizenship. And it reads, if you are not a U.S. citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Do you understand that?
Ok, tại vì mình không có quốc tịch, đúng không?
Đúng rồi.
Mình not US citizen, mình chỉ có một cái thẻ nó gọi là permanent resident thôi.
Cái thẻ xanh thôi.
Chứ mình không có US passport, mà hiện bây giờ mình chỉ là có một cái green card, nó gọi là
Cái thẻ xanh.
permanent resident thôi, nên mình không có quyền giống như người Mỹ. Bây giờ mình nhận tội xong rồi đó, mai mốt có thể mình nhập tịch ấy, người ta không cho mình nhập tịch Mỹ. Trường hợp thứ hai nữa đó, có thể là sau này nếu mà mình có cái tội gì nữa hoặc mình có cái chuyện gì đó thì họ sẽ gọi là deportation, tức là họ cho mình đi về old country, tức là họ cho mình đi về Việt Nam, hiểu không?
Hiểu. Hiểu chưa?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay. Now, did you still want to go forward with your plea?
Như vậy bây giờ mình tiếp tục để nhận tội, đúng không?
Rồi mình nhận tội.
Yes.
Okay, let me. Vietnam is not Mr. Trong, are you from Vietnam?
Có phải mình ở lúc trước kia mình ở Việt Nam không?
Anh nói gì nghe không?
Có phải lúc trước kia mình ở bên Việt Nam không?
Anh nói gì không có nghe rõ.
Có phải lúc trước kia, trước khi mà sang bên Mỹ, mình ở bên Việt Nam đúng không? Ở Việt Nam á, có phải mình người Việt Nam không?
Anh nói gì tôi không có nghe được cái gì.
Where are you from? Hong Kong or Vietnamese? Or Vietnam?
No, where I gotta hear it.
Mình có phải người Việt Nam không?
Đúng.
Yes, I'm Vietnamese.
Okay. Okay. Now, Mr. Nguyen, did he say where he was from?
It's from Vietnam.
Okay, that's good. Okay, he doesn't have to report to the consulate. Okay, now, State, do you, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1 and State's Exhibit number 2. You like to offer State's Exhibit 1 and 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Adams, do you have any objections to State's Exhibit 1 and 2?
No.
Okay, no objections. State's Exhibit number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Adams, you advised and counseled Mr. Nguyen. Is there any evidence that he's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No.
Okay, now, you advised and counseled Mr. Trong. Is there any evidence that he's mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No.
Okay, now, Mr. Nguyen, ask Mr. Trong if he's satisfied with his attorney.
Như vậy là ông luật sư này, ông có thể là ông Adam này, ông là luật sư của mình nhận thấy ông ok, ông giúp mình đúng không?
Anh nói gì em không hiểu cái câu này.
Ông luật sư, ông đây này, ông ở trước mặt mình thế này, ông giúp mình như vậy là có ok không, được không?
Được. Thank you very much.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Nguyen, well, Mr. Trong, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. And I will also find that your pleas and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Bây giờ ông chánh án, ông đồng ý, ông phạt mình những cái tội mình đã bị, và những cái tội này mình tự mình nhận chứ không ai ép mình nhận hết, và ông có đồng ý phạt cho mình như vậy, có đồng ý không?
Đồng ý.
Yes.
That's the one you want. All right. Now, State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, you know what? You're gonna have to put both of those numbers on here on the judgment.
Okay.
Well, she made a change. she's made a change on the agenda. She's gonna dismiss one of these cases, one of the other cases that she was gonna plea on. No, she gonna dismiss two cases now. Oh, these two on here. Now, State, what is your plea bargain agreement?
The agreement is for 13 days county jail with credit for time served, tax and return to court costs. And the state will dismiss clause numbers 329460 and clause number 329462.
Okay. Mr. Trong, the state is offering that you serve 13 days in the Jefferson County Jail, but you will not have to serve 13 days in the Jefferson County Jail because you've already served 13 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for time served. The court cost in this case, Mr. Strong, is $387, but you will not have to pay that either because you've already, the time you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Mr. Trong, do you understand the state's offer?
Và họ phạt mình làm 13 ngày tù. Nhưng mà mình đã tù rồi, họ trừ xong rồi. Cái tiền court cost đấy, cái tiền mà lệ phí của tòa đấy hết riêng đó. Hết 300 mấy á, thì mình tù mình trừ, họ cũng trừ hết cho mình rồi. Có hiểu không?
Nhận luôn.
Yes.
And the state will dismiss your other two cases, which is cause number 329460 and cause number 329462. Do you understand that?
Và có một cái case đó, họ coi như là họ tha mình không có tội gì hết, mình có hiểu không?
Anh nói gì không có hiểu.
Trong đó có một cái case họ dismiss, tức là họ tha cho mình không có tội gì hết, mình có hiểu không?
Nhận.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, now Mr. Trong, do you accept the state's offers?
Mình có đồng ý tất cả những cái gì mà state, tức là state of Texas họ phạt mình như vậy đúng không? Đồng ý không?
Đồng ý.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Trong, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Trong, this will conclude your case. Follow the bailiff and you have a blessed day.
Và bây giờ ông chánh án ông đồng ý, ông chấp nhận hết tất cả những cái gì mình có và coi như là xong. Hiểu không?
Anh nói gì không hiểu.
Bây giờ tất cả mọi chuyện mà ông chánh án ông đồng ý, ông phạt mình như vậy và ông chấp nhận như vậy là mình có hiểu không?
Nhận.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. And you have a blessed day, Mr. Nguyen. You have a blessed day, Mr. Adams, and you have a blessed day, Mr. Trong. This will conclude your case.
Okay, y'all take it easy.
Thank you very much, Judge. You have a nice day.
All right, thank you, Mr. Nguyen.
I gotta go next to Woods. Okay, let me go next door.
Easy item.
Oh yeah, we good, huh?
Okay, he said thank you very
Oh,
much.
oh, he said thank you. Tell him I said thank you too. All right.
Yeah, okay. Okay. You can, if you, I don't know, unless you can put it back up on the docket. No, the case, I don't have it on this docket sheet. It is? I don't have it on my docket sheet. Strong. Right. Okay, I must have got a doc, okay. Yes. Okay. Here you go. I had to get. Yeah. let me, hold on a minute. You get Latasha Mater? Yes. The bill is- On Tron?
Assistant DAs, supervisors and stuff. I would like a month more to see if she can qualify for diversion. The DA is not voting.
That second one is not on here. I'll mention it. Okay, this is cause number 329148. The case is filed in the state of Texas versus Latasha Mater. Ms. Mater, is that your full name?
Yeah.
How you doing, Ms. Mater?
Fine.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Mayor. You're represented here by your attorney, Mr. Peter Dahl. Mr. Dahl, how are you doing?
Pretty fair, Jeff.
That's good. Mr. Dahl, you have an announcement you'd like to make in Ms. Mater's case?
Yes, sir. I've talked with the prosecutor assigned this case and with the supervisor upstairs. They're willing to consider diversion, so I would like to reset it.
Okay, give us a December date.
Excuse me.
So I think the next diversion is October. She probably won't be in time to get into that sign up date. So we'll reset it for the next one after that, which is December. The second week in December. Okay, it'll be December 13th of 2021. Mr. Dahl, you can get your reset. And Ms. Mater, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. You have a blessed day as well, Mr. Dahl.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, Miss Maxie,
Yes, sir.
I think that the second. Is that Sodman? We're in session in cause number 316114, case of style of state of Texas versus Stephen A. Sodman. Mr. Sodman is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Sodman, how are you doing?
A little better every day. Thank you, Your Honor.
That's good. Mr. Sodman, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. James Paget, who is appearing in court. Mr. Paget, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. Thank you.
That's good. Mr. Paget, you have an announcement you'd like to
Your
make?
Honor, we would ask that this be kept on your announcement docket to have an offer. We have discovery. My client is trying to heal up with some medical issues that I have notified the court of previously.
Okay.
I've got your records on his
Okay.
treatments and everything
Okay.
like that. I'm asking that you give him about 45 more days.
Okay.
Just to get him over
Okay.
a hump here.
Okay, give us what is it?
November 5th.
Okay, your court date is reset to November 5th
That's fine. Your
of 2021, once you get your reset.
Honor.
Mr. Sodman, your attorney will be giving you reset. This will conclude your case. We're happy to hear that you're improving from day to day. And we'll continue to pray for you that you have a full recovery. And Mr. Simon, this will conclude your case. You have a blessed day. You're free
Thank
to
you very much, Your Honor, for your kind thoughts. Thank you.
go. Right. You're welcome.
Then I have two more, Your Honor.
Could you call, let's see,
Benitez,
Joseph Benitez
Gomez.
Gomez and Charles Smith.
Just give you a heads up.
Joseph Janelle Benitez Gomez. Is that your full name? How you doing? That's good. Mr. Benitez Gomez, you're represented by Mr. James Paget in both of your cases. First case is cause number 324-960. Second case is cause number 326-164. Mr. Paget, you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Benitez Gomez cases?
We're on your pretrial conference docket, Your Honor. I would ask that it be placed on the trial docket. I received updated current offers from Mr. Boyd yesterday.
Okay,
So we're ready to move forward.
okay. Give us a trial date.
October 25th.
October 25th, 2021. Okay, Mr. Benitez Gomez, your cases will be reset to October 25th of 2021. You can get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. Mr. Paget, you can stand over there, sign the reset.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And it's set for trial.
Did you say October 25th?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Is there, I'm not going to be available for trial on that particular day. Is there any possible way to go to your next available trial setting?
Okay,
Just whenever you said that, my
Okay.
antenna went up.
okay, hold on.
That particular day, I will not be in.
November 8th.
That's fine.
Okay, Mr. Gomez, Benitez Gomez, your case is reset to November 8th, 2021 for trial. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Charles Ray Smith. How you doing? Your full name is Charles Ray Smith? How you doing, Mr. Smith? That's good, Mr. Smith. You're represented here by Attorney James Paget. Mr. Paget, you have an announcement you'd like to make, Mr. Smith?
Your Honor, just yesterday, I received an offer from the state of Texas from Mr. Boyd. What I need is just an opportunity, possibly 30 days, to sit down with my client. I've received all discovery on the case. We're ready to move forward. I just need to see how my client wants to proceed.
Okay, give us a date, 30 days, announcement.
November 5th.
Okay, case is reset to no,
Is that the day?
Yes, it's just that one before that I couldn't do.
okay, Mr. Smith, your case is reset to November 5th. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
And Mr. Paget, I think this will conclude
Yes,
your
Your
case.
Honor, may I be excused?
Yes, you may be excused and you have a blessed day as
Thank
well.
John Bernard.
Yeah. Bernard? Oh, yeah, okay.
John Bernard.
Yeah, once you get John Bernard. This is, if it's, you need it, I'm on YouTube, you need it off the record.
If they have mental health issues, do you have a mental health case?
Yeah, we have, on Fridays, I mean, your next court appointment, we can have someone here.
Those two people, this past one and then this one.
Tell Glenda, because what we're gonna do, you're gonna have to make a note. We need to call Defendants to have them here for those, when they come.
The last one and then this one.
Right.
Mr. Bernard.
Okay. This is cause number 328902. The case is styled the state of Texas versus John Willis Bernard. Mr. Bernard, is that your full name?
Yes, sir, it is.
How you doing, Mr. Bernard?
In all lighting the situation, I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Now, Mr. Bernard, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Tom Burbank. Mr. Burbank, you have an announcement you'd like to make?
I asked for a reset so that we can get further documentation. There was an offer made by the state, but
Yeah.
we need to get some more documentation.
And we're gonna put it on the same day.
That's fine.
What date is that? Okay. Mr. Bernard, your case is gonna be reset to November 12th, 2021. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Can I borrow you?
Oh, you can use that.
I'm going to get you a reset notice. Okay, yeah, I'll get.
Yeah, he's gonna give you the reset notice.
Tell them to.
All right. Lucas. Yes. Sitting right here.
Right, that's what I can do.
There you go. See you later. Call me. And I have one other judge.
Yes, I know.
Carryover.
Yeah.
After everything else.
Let Langston know he got a contested hearing. They can text him. It's not Patrick Thomas, is it? Is it? Yeah, it is Patrick Dorman Thomas.
I'm not sure nowhere that we have something set as a contested. It's nowhere in the calendar. It's nowhere in the notes.
Let's call him up and find out if the attorneys are ready.
Was Langston appointed on him at the last hearing?
When is the appointment? Or did he sign a reset? Okay. Oh, that's McGee didn't show. And it's signed.
He didn't sign it. We may have sent it to him.
Oh, we did.
I don't know. It has just his name when we printed it. Said it, the attorney don't
What date
sign
was
it.
that?
That is. August 6th.
When was it? When was he appointed? Do you have an appointment with counsel?
Okay. That was March 26th.
So he's been on it for a while.
So you would know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text them.
Yeah. Mr. Wilkerson, did your client show?
She did not, Judge. We've attempted to contact her or someone on her behalf at 3 different numbers with no answers at any number. And the interpreter is still waiting. And so I would request, Judge, that she go ahead and be released so that.
Okay, that's fine.
And I don't know how the court wants to handle the.
We normally do our bond forfeitures at the end of the docket.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're free to go as well.
Thank you, Judge.
Unless, yeah, if she shows up here, we can have your number, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll let you know.
Thank you. You have a good one.
All right, same to you.
For some reason, I have that Langston rejected the offer on August 6th and it was reset for a contested hearing.
Okay,
What we doing? This one, Roy?
yeah. Hold on, Roy is, he's not here, he's listening. If she doesn't appear to be a bond forfeiture. What date was that? Mr. You said August 6th?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yep, that's what I have.
Well,
It's my notes from August 6th.
hearing,
It says contested hearing.
she's relaying the message through, the bailiff.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Burbank,
Yes, Your Honor.
let's call, Brandon Morton. I should say, no, we had a, well, we gotta get Mr. Morton in here. He didn't respond. He's responded earlier. You may have to. He's not here.
Was he here earlier?
Well, say we'll have bond forfeitures at the end of the docket.
Usually I'm not here.
Now you said that.
Judge, I'm trying to speak the truth all the time. So it may be twisted.
Okay. Okay, let's get, is that Kiara Simon? See here, this must be her first time here. Sam, would you please come forward? Look at her file, see if she has the judge's declaration of rights. Ms. Simon, you can come forward. Okay, we're in session in cause number 318778. The case is filed, the state of Texas versus Kiara Simon.
Yes, sir.
Is Ms. Simon, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Simon?
I'm very good.
That's good. Now, Ms. Simon, where? Okay, Ms. Simon, I have before me a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. This motion was filed April 17 of 2019. in this motion, it states that on or about July 31st, 2018, in County Court of Law Number 2, Jefferson County, Texas, that the court found the evidence was sufficient beyond a reasonable doubt to find you guilty of the offense of possession of marijuana. However, the court deferred adjudicating your guilt and placed you on probation for 1 year. In this motion, there are several allegations. Actually, there are one, two, three, four allegations. Now, if your probation, if the court find that you have violated one of these conditions, the court can revoke your probation. If the court revokes the probation, that means that the court can take you off of deferred adjudicated probation and could either place you on regular probation, or they can continue the probation. And you may end up with a conviction. So, but in any event, if your probation is revoked and you are, and your probation is not extended, deferred is extended, and if you end up with a conviction, the range of punishment in this case, that means the possible punishment you can get is up to 180 days in the county jail, a fine, up to 180 days in the county jail because it's a Class B misdemeanor. Do you understand that? A fine, actually up to $2,000, or you could be given both such fine and confinement. But in any event, you have a right as a defendant. You have three options. You have a right to have an attorney. Now, you may hire your own attorney. Number two, if you do not have enough money to hire your attorney, you may request an attorney to be appointed to represent you. Or number three, you may represent yourself. Now, is there a waiver judge's explanation? Now, what you're being handed is a waiver, a judge's explanation of the defendant's right without attorney. And I'm going to go over this with you. I've already went over the first three where it says, one, you may hire an attorney. Two, if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney to be appointed to represent you. And three, you may represent yourself. Okay. If you want an attorney to represent you and have enough money to hire an attorney, the case will be reset to give you time to do so. If you want an attorney and do not have the money to hire one, you will need to fill out a financial questionnaire so that the proper person can determine whether or not to appoint an attorney to represent you. You may not speak to the prosecutor about your case unless you sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. Be aware that there are dangers to self-representation. Waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant legal rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. If you choose to proceed without an attorney, you may change your mind at any time and may request counsel from the court. At the bottom of this document, it states defendant's choice. Mark initials next to only one choice. If your choice is, I want to reset this case to hire my own attorney, then you place your initials on the first line to the left. If you have already hired an attorney, then you'll place your initials on the second line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is, I want to apply for court-appointed counsel, then you'll place your initials on the third line to the left. If you have already been appointed an attorney, then you will place your initials on the fourth line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If you want to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself, then you will place your initials on the fifth line to the left. Once you have finished initialing one of the 5 lines, you will sign on the line that says defendant, and you place today's date, September 17th of 2021. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just take a minute to make your choice on the document. If you want to sit down and do it, you can do it.
I could stand
Well, you could use that table in front of you. Yeah, initial one of the lines to the left. Can you sign at the bottom?
Today, 17.
Yes, it's September 17th. Thank you. Okay. We need to give a financial affidavit of indices. And you can have us take a seat and fill that out.
Next question. Being that I was on probation for the first offense and I didn't speak with my PO for so
Oh,
long.
let me do this here. Miss Simon, you have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Now, you have a right to have an attorney. And I think we've just, you just informed the court that you like to apply for a court-appointed attorney. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Adams.
Yes, hey, Judge, I'm here.
Okay, Mr. Adams, you have on our docket today, you have Patrick Darwin Thomas Jr., and he's set for a contested MTRP hearing.
Oh, it's set for contested here? Okay, I can, let me pull where I can do it.
Well, I mean, we just asking that, are you gonna be here in court?
I was gonna do it by Zoom if I can. I'm over still at the jail right now.
Oh, okay, well, we're not ready for it right now. We're just informing you.
Oh,
So
okay, is it gonna be a full-blown hearing today?
Yes. That's what you had requested back on August the 6th.
Well, Judge, let me ask you a question. Is there any chance I can just have one reset on that, a week, 2 weeks at the most?
Okay, State, you have any objections?
We're not gonna object.
Okay, so how many, you need 1 or 2 weeks? What would you?
Well, next Friday, I'm flying out of town, so it had to be the following.
Okay, got 2 weeks then. Okay, we'll reset.
And
it.
I can be up there.
Okay, ask get Mr. Patrick Thomas to come in. Mr. Thomas, would you come forward? This is cause number 324610. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Patrick Darwin Thomas Jr. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Thomas? I'm doing fine. Mr. Thomas, your attorney, Mr. Adams, is appearing via Zoom. This case was originally scheduled for a contested hearing. That hearing, at the request of your attorney, is gonna be reset 2 weeks. All right, so what's that date?
It's October 8th.
Okay, the case is gonna be reset to October 8th. Mr. Thomas, you can get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day, and thanks for being patient with us.
Hey,
Stand
Mr.
over
Thomas.
Hold on.
Hey, pass by my office next week.
Okay,
All right.
and Mr. Adams, your reset will be sent to you. This will conclude your case. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right. It's been reset. Assignment is being signed up. Okay, let's see. Assignment. Okay, we're in session in two cases, cause number 312-974 and cause number 327-932. Both cases are styled state of Texas versus Brandon Jarrell Martin. I need have Mr. Martin come forward and need the state and the process and the defense to come forward. Thank you. Okay, let the record reflect that all parties are present in court on the 10th, which was September 10th, which was the last Friday. We had a contested hearing, and the court had at that time announced that it had revoked the probation of Mr. Martin. The court has since looked at further looked at the transcript with the evidence. And so the court has some issues that need to be resolved. And so at this time, the court is going to hold its ruling, it's going to take it under advisement. But one of the issues that we have is that, if I'm not mistaken, the defendant pled true to the allegation of not paying his fees. Where is it? Yeah, right. Do you have the his motion to revoke in cause number 312-974? Yeah, I must have wrote it on.
You didn't write it on the motion.
Oh, here it is. I wrote it on this one.
Okay, we'll rescan it.
Yeah, I wrote it on this one. But and he had pled true to failing to pay court assessed fees as ordered by the court, and as of February 27, 2020, it was $1,761 in arrears in violation condition 8 of the defendant's probation. And in looking at that, looking at the research, I think one of the issues that was raised by Mr. Burbank was that the state had to prove his inability, that he was able to pay according to statute, but he already, when I went back and looked at it, he had pled true to it.
Well, that the amount was, Judge, not that, that doesn't go to the issue of whether his inability until after the testimony was elicited.
Well, what I'm saying is,
of the allegation, he was in arrears at that time, but yes.
yeah, but he pled, well, I asked him, I said, the said allegation number 1, the said Brandon Jarrell Martin failed to pay court assessed fees as ordered by the court. And as of February 27, 2020, he was $1,776 in arrears in violation of condition 8 of your probation order. And I asked him, is that true or not true? He pled true.
True.
And so when you plead true, the state doesn't have to prove anything because he's already pled true to that allegation. Okay. That's one of the issues. Now I'm gonna have to, as I said, I'm gonna go back and research it. The other issue is this here. It says in allegation number 3, that the said Brandon Jarrell Martin has failed to pay $125 for the DWI education program as ordered by the court in violation of condition 19 of the defendant's probation order. And I think I said then that he had an inability to pay, so he couldn't pay. But I don't know if the inability to pay defense applies to the DWI education program as it is in the statute. So I need to go back and look at that one as well. Okay,
That's a great question, Judge.
right.
I think it's a fee or a cost of the court as doing probation.
Yeah, but I mean, I looked up a case, this case, it stated that I know, this person had restitution to pay. And it was, raising the inability to pay defense. And the court, stated that that didn't apply according to the statute. Okay, so I need to go back and research that. That's another, that's,
Right, and there is a difference between restitution.
I
and
know. Because, and the reason why I'm saying that is because if you look at condition 8, and I think that's what the inability to pay defense is dealing with that. I need to look at the statute to read to see if it encompasses any and all fees. Because I think the law said it was the case that I read, it says strict liability. They're going to read it strictly according to how it's written. Okay, that's one issue. Another issue is, and it's related to the jurisdiction issue that you raised. And we do know that when you raised the issue, we know modification was filed. Motion to orders to amend probation was filed, and it gave amendment dates. That what I did notice is that one of the amendment dates, let's see. Let's do it like this. Okay, now he received probation, 1-year probation on September 19 of 2018, and it was for 1 year, which meant that if his probation was going to end on September 18th of 2019, okay? And well, they filed an amendment on July 30th of 2019, stating that his probation will be extended from September 18th of 2019 to December 17th of 2019. Another amendment was filed on November 21st of 2019. That was prior to the expiration date. Yeah, prior to the expiration date, the First Amendment, the expiration date was December 17th of 2019. And it says that the probation was going to begin on December 18th of 2019 and until March 17th of 2020. So the question is, should the amendment should have been that it should have started on December 17th when it ended and then continued? So this was the day after. So I need to research that to see whether or not the court has had jurisdiction in this matter. And so those are the issues that the court is going to research. So that's why the court is saying at this time, the court does not have a written order revoking his probation. And so at this time, the court is going to take this matter under advisement, and then we'll reconvene. Now, both parties you could research as well. And if you'd like to present the court with briefs on the matter, you can do that as well. But at this time, we're going to just take this matter under advisement, and we need to reset it. Maybe 45 days or something like that, 30, 45 days. And Mr. Martin, now you're still on probation, okay? So, at this moment, so you need to adhere to whatever conditions you have to adhere to, okay? And so what we're gonna do is just take this matter under advisement until we get answers on those issues. Yes.
There was an issue of community service, and I've told him to see that the ruling is he's still on probation. he seemed to thought that he had done his 60 hours. It showed it was only 30 hours.
Have one place on it, but once it.
That's something that you would have to,
With probation.
yeah, that's with probation. I don't have anything to do with that. I mean, that's something, if there's a discrepancy that in your records and their records, that's something that y'all would have to resolve. I can't,
And that's what I was trying to tell him, is just to get it resolved.
yeah, I can't resolve that. I mean,
I'll get it resolved.
I mean, that we got the allegations, but at this point, as I said earlier, you're still on probation. And so, but these issues need to be addressed. Okay.
Now,
yes.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Now, with regard to that issue, the allegation that he didn't complete his hours. Now, the last hearing, I believe the court found out that was true. Is that?
Yeah, but I mean.
With regard to just that allegation.
I mean, yeah, but that's still, I still got the issue of jurisdiction. Which
And the only
jurisdiction
reason
affects
why-
all the allegations. Now, what were you saying?
The only reason why about the community service, because it could be if you decide you have jurisdiction and the court has to assess punishment, then my suggestion to Mr. Martin is that would be a mitigating factor that the court could take into consideration at that time, that whatever he has done.
Okay.
I mean, the findings are the findings, but
Right.
you're still gonna have to decide. if
But
there's
yeah.
punishment.
Yeah, and then I was looking at another issue. It may or may not be an issue. And that's regarding the oral waiver of record. Okay, so that may be
I think we're okay on that.
yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, but I was just, okay. Okay, so at this time, the case is gonna get reset. Mr. Burbank, you get your reset, Mr. Martin. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And this is your last day. Okay, you have a blessed day as well.
Thank
Okay.
you, Your Honor. May I be excused to that?
Yes, okay. And if y'all able to find me some, add some cases or whatever, feel free to do that. I see, Ms. We got Ms. Simon. Miss Simon. Yeah, the pic, no, I was. Oh. Oh, you get Medicaid? Medicaid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I live in Louisiana.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're an automatic qualifier. Now, is everything on this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's today, 17? He was just here. Oh, Peter Dole, that's his. Let's see, this is appointed to represent. Okay. Ms. Simon, your attorney is, that's gonna be appointed is Mr. Peter Dole. And, you know what? No, I mean, I skipped Bruce Cobb. It was supposed to be Bruce Cobb. It's a mistake. Yes. He's still taking it. Yeah. Yeah, supposed to be this Bruce Cobb. Give me that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, stand up here on the X and follow the clerk's directions. Hmm? Sam, you have Stacy Tomplate?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Bailey, could you please get Stacy Tomplate? Miss, your full name is Stacy Yvette Tomplate?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Miss Tomplate?
Not good.
Not good? We'll hope that you get better.
It depends on how this comes out. All will be better.
Okay. Well, I mean, Miss Tom Plate, you're here with your attorney, Mr. Alvin Samuel. Mr. Samuel, how are you doing?
I'm great, sir.
That's good. Mr. Samuel, your case is set for an announcement today. You have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Tom Plate's case?
We'd like to know if we would reject the offer. We'd like to place on the trial.
Okay, no, oh, okay. Give us the trial date.
She's gonna show up too, right?
November 8th?
November 8th.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, Mr. Tom Plate, your case is set for trial on November 8th, 2021. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
All right. And Mr. Samuel, I think this is your only case?
Yes, sir.
You'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir.
James Johnson, was that reset? That was with
Yes,
Kevin.
Harden, Harden. I mean, yeah, gentlemen. Okay.
Yes, he hired an attorney.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're trying to see the first spot. Your next court date is October 22nd. Okay. He should be contacting you within 24 hours, but if he does not, this is a number he can.
Oh, make sure, okay, it's on a Friday, that's right. I was just making sure it was on a Friday.
Oh,
That's
so,
NTRP.
I'm sorry, may I speak? Please? No, I was just asking, like, being that I was on probation, I don't have to speak with my probation officer or any.
I can't, well, you're still on probation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are still on probation.
Yeah, but I don't know who, like, do I have to go?
You can
speak with them,
you
or-
can contact Mr.
I'll speak with her.
Gilliam, and he's from the
Okay,
probation office.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you so much, I
Okay.
appreciate it. Excuse me. Have a blessed day.
all right, same to you.
Sign for my order.
And it's, what's her name? Kiara, what's her name? Oh, here it is. Simon. Just have her come back in.
You got to sign it again, hold on one
Miss
second.
Simon, the lady that just stepped out.
Okay, go ahead and sign it. Thank you.
Why don't you come on back up, Miss Simon? And I guess, well, now, I stated that you're still on probation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you still have to do what you was required to do on probation. So you're still on probation right
Yeah,
now.
yes, that's what I was wondering.
Okay.
Since I'm already out here and I live in Louisiana.
Right, right. And Mr.
We just.
Mr. Gilliam,
Mhm.
he cleared that up?
We were still
Okay.
talking about it a little bit, but
Okay,
I was just trying to make sure before I leave and go back
Okay,
home.
okay,
to,
I understand.
Make sure I check in with them.
I
and
understand.
Get things a little clear before all of this.
I understand.
Yes.
All right, you're free to go. You can talk to Mr. Gilliam.
Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, okay, we got Ms. Roy here.
They have, the VA
Hadn't what?
signed it.
Oh, she hadn't signed, oh,
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
she must have, she has a plea.
Oh.
Okay,
Um,
yes,
you say call it one, Zoom. You
Oh.
got one.
okay, get, let's see, Mr. LeBlanc's client. Danny Ariola. What happened on Mr. Provost's case? Was that reset?
No.
Okay, we need to.
It's still, here's the one.
Mr. Ariola, would you come forward? This is cause number 329096. Case is style of State of Texas versus Danny Chavez Ariola. Mr. Ariola, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Your attorney is Mr. Todd LeBlanc. He's appearing on Zoom. Mr. LeBlanc, how are you doing?
Good, thanks for asking, Judge.
That's good. Mr. LeBlanc, do you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Ariola's case?
Judge, we need a little more time. If we can
Okay.
get it to,
How much time do you need?
just a standard refit, I think would be fine, Judge.
Okay. Okay, the case is gonna be reset to November 12th of 2021. Mr. LeBlanc, your reset will be sent to you. Mr. Ariola, you can stand on the 4X. She's gonna give you a reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Okay, and Mr. LeBlanc, I think this is your only case.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, you too, Judge.
Mr. Como, would you please come forward?
Okay, yeah, I'm speaking.
Okay, you can stand on the X. We're in session and cause number 328838 and cause number 328840. Both cases are styled the State of Texas versus Clint Joseph Como. Mr. Como, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Como?
Pretty good. Just be better if I'd been able to talk to my lawyer.
Okay.
Never gotten back to him.
Mr. Como, your attorney is on the phone. Ms. Marva Provo, can you hear me? Okay, we have Mr. Como present in court. And do you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Como's case?
Yes, John, I would like to give another reset on this matter. Because I'm still collecting discovery, and if that's possible,
Okay.
okay.
Now, you have any instructions for Mr. Como?
No, he just give me a call.
You have her contact information?
Yeah, call me, she hadn't had nothing.
Okay. Okay, Miss Marva Provo, your case is, you got a reset date?
Yeah. November 12th.
Let me ask you serious. Are you local?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So your case is gonna be reset to November 12th, Miss Provo. Your reset will be sent to you. You're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Como, you can get your reset from our core coordinator on the forehand. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. And I think Ms. Provo's contact information is on the reset.
I've still got the original contact.
Okay, okay. And you have a blessed day. Thanks for being patient with us.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, thank you. May we be excused?
Yes, you may be excused. You have a blessed day.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, who else? Oh. Oh. I got so many stylists. Yeah, it's been a long. Let's see. Well, still, it's not even 11:30. We're making good time. You ready on yours, Mr.
Yes,
Ward?
sir, Your Honor.
Okay.
No contact.
Yeah.
Let me do this here. we on the record in cause number 325468. And the case is styled, the state of Texas versus Felicia Roy. We have Ms. Roy present, and Ms. Roy is deaf, and we have a deaf interpreter, Ms. Barbara Johnson. Ms. Johnson, would you raise your right hand? Ms. Johnson, do you swear or affirm to interpret sign language or English Sign Language to Ms. Johnson? And do you swear to also interpret her responses back to the court in English? So, okay, you may put your hand down.
I think it's under 38.31.
Yeah, D.
D, yes, sir.
I mean, it's E.
E, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Ms. Roy, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Roy, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Okay. You may put your hand down. Ms. Roy, how are you doing?
Fine.
Okay. Ms. Roy, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. William Wilkerson. Mr. Wilkerson, do you waive a record in this case?
Yes.
Ms. Roy, I have before me an information that alleges that on or about October 23rd of 2019, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of theft from mail. Do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes. I understand. Yes, and it was explained to me already.
Okay. Okay, and to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Right. My own decision.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight the charges?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Roy, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments, which is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of this, she was supposed to put an initial, so she got a signature.
This line, you put your initials F.
Ms. Roy, on page 2 of this document, there's a set of initials on a line next to a box that says check nolo contendere, which means no contest. Are these your initials?
Yes.
On the next page of the same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes.
And on the next document, which is the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, Ms. Roy, do you recognize this document?
Yes. And I signed it?
Okay, and it's your signature on this document, is that correct?
Yes.
There are two boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
The second box states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
You have that discovery certification.
I do, Judge.
Okay.
3419, discovery certification.
Okay. Ms. Roy, do you recognize this document, discovery certification?
Yes.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Roy, prior to signing and initialing these documents that I've just mentioned, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And was your interpreter present?
Yes.
And did the interpreter go over everything that your attorney went over?
Yes.
And did you understand everything that they went over?
Yes, I understand.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you also like to offer State's Exhibit number 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Without objection, Your Honor.
Okay. State's Exhibit 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment, and State's Exhibit number 2, the probable cause affidavit, will be admitted. Mr. Wilkerson, you have advised and counseled Ms. Roy. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Roy, your attorney, Mr. Wilkerson, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, I'm satisfied.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, it's good. He already explained everything to me. I understand.
Okay. Ms. Roy, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
6 months deferred adjudicated probation, $250 fine, and 40 hours community service.
Ms. Roy, the state is offering that you serve 6 months on deferred adjudicated probation. During that 6-month period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $250 and court costs. The total amount of the fine and the court costs is $592. Ms. Roy, would you be able to pay, well, Ms. Roy, you will also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month, and you will be required to reimburse Jefferson County for the court-appointed attorney's fees of $250. In monthly installments of $245 per month. Will you be able to pay the $245 each month?
No, I don't have enough money.
Okay. Now, Ms. Roy,
Yes, by the time I help with the bills, I only have like $60 left. Don't have enough money. By the time I help my mother pay the bills, then I don't have enough money left.
okay. Now, Ms. Roy, I have before me an affidavit of indigency. Could you show that to your client? Ms. Roy, do you recognize that document? Show her flip it over on page 2. Is that your signature?
Yes,
Is everything on that document?
yes, and I had completed that form, yes.
Okay, is everything on, okay, is everything on that document true and correct?
Yes,
And it is still true and correct today?
yes, the
N-
same.
Okay, it's the same. Okay. Ms. Roy, I'm going to find that you are indigent, like the previous finding that you had in November 10th of 2020. And what that means, Ms. Roy, let me ask Ms. Roy. I see Ms. Roy, she only gets Social Security.
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
Okay. Ms. Roy, the court has determined that you are indigent. Do you have enough money to pay all or part of the fine? She only gets $60.
no, I don't have enough money.
Okay. Okay. Now, she has 40 hours of community service, is that correct?
Yes,
And she doesn't have a physical disability, right?
no, she does not, Your Honor. However, as a separate matter, in order to communicate with the Jefferson County Community Supervision Department, she'll have to have an interpreter. They do not have one.
Okay. Okay. So the court is going to, this is going to, the fine. Okay. The court is going to waive the fine in that the defendant is indigent and also under undue hardship, that the defendant has a significant disability. And so pursuant to Article 43.091, the fine will be waived. And the court cost is going to be waived as well. And this is under Article 43.091, Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Now, the probation fee is going to be reduced to the minimum of $25 per month. Okay, so let me repeat this. Okay. Okay, now, Ms. Roy, the state is offering that you pay a fine of $250 plus court costs of $342, which comes to a total of $592. The $592 fine and court costs will be waived because the court, and that's pursuant to Article 43.091 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. The court has found that you're indigent and that you have an undue hardship. The probation fee will be reduced from $60 to $25 a month. And you'll be required to pay a urinalysis fee of $15 each month and reimburse the county, the court-appointed attorney's fees of $250. Now, the monthly installments, will you do that here? Or that probation will do it?
Oh, they're going to do that because all I'm doing is telling
Okay.
the judgment that it's being.
Okay, so now your total of monthly installments is going to be drastically reduced because your fine and court costs is going to be waived and your probation fee is going to be reduced by $35 each month. So it's $25 each month. Now, you'll be required to perform the 40 hours of community service that you've agreed to in this plea bargain agreement. And you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of probation. Ms. Roy, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
And do you think that is fair and just?
Yes.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Okay. I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have made with the state. Ms. Roy, if you successfully complete your probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not appear on your record as a conviction, and you may qualify for a non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney, Mr. Wilkerson, about the non-disclosure. Well, you can communicate with Mr. Wilkerson about the non-disclosure, and he's quite competent in those matters. Ms. Roy, you're gonna stand on the X next to your attorney, and you're gonna follow the directions of the clerk. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. And Ms. Johnson, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Wilkerson, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I may address just one more matter.
Yes.
Again, she'll need an interpreter to interact with the probation department. If she's supposed to report today, how will that be handled?
Well, that's a good question. Mr. Gilliam?
Would we be able to give her instructions in writing?
No. She,
Well, let's do this. Yeah, I don't know. That's,
We'd have to schedule an interpreter.
okay. They would have to schedule one.
okay.
So get with Mr. Gilliam and I guess he could help make those arrangements for your client.
Okay.
But at this time, she needs, the interpreter is gonna have to stand in so she can follow the clerk's directions.
Yes. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Okay, over here.
Oh, this is,
I need her to put her right thumb in the red square.
And, Judge, I can get you on the phone.
One more. Leave it.
One
Yeah.
person.
okay. Okay, it's fine. This is fine.
That's good, Judge.
Yeah, it's fine.
And if she can sign this black box right
You know
here.
I wonder if you need to, if you could put in a judgment that Miss Barbara Johnson interpreted, is there a spot? If you could just put it down here, that she was a deaf translator? Okay.
And then Mr. Wilkerson.
Yes.
You can sign.
Yeah. Yes.
Bella wants to know if her case could be reset until Monday. She'll take care of it Monday.
Have her client come, she's on the phone, just put her on speak. With her client, well, hold on a minute. Okay, but I'm, just hold on a minute.
So I did not know I had to be there today. And this is not a good time because I can't be determined on attendance.
Wait, that's not the issue. I just
The
need,
guy say he go to work at 2:00, Jonathan. I spoke with him, but he does not work on Monday. So if I can just vote that case Monday instead of today, I would appreciate it.
no, okay, no problem, but Miss, let's see, it's Jacoby Cotton, would you come forward?
Say that again, Your Honor?
No, I'm calling your client, would you come forward?
Yeah, I am. I spoke to him and he said he's available on Monday because he doesn't work on Monday.
Okay, now we have, this is, okay, this is cause number 328768. Your name is Jacoby Wayne Cotton, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cotton, your attorney, Ms. Stella Morrison, is appearing via telephone. Ms. Morrison, how are you doing?
We're doing fine, Your Honor. We all right.
Okay, now, Ms. Morrison, you want to reset this case for a plea on Monday?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Well, just position on Monday.
all right, this case will be reset till Monday, Ms. Morrison.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You'll be free to go and you have a blessed day and we praying that everything turns out all right with your husband.
I'm sorry, somebody walking in at the time he's talking, Your Honor. I apologize.
Oh, okay, I was just saying, I'll be praying for you and your husband.
Oh, thank you so much. We need it.
All right. Stand over here.
Definitely, and thank you.
She gonna get you a
God bless
receipt.
your family, Your Honor.
I'm
For
sorry.
him.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, see you Monday.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hold on a minute.